lovely Geminis, and welcome to your tarot reading for the dates of May 21st through May 27th. Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome to all new viewers. We have a lovely reading in store for us. We've pulled the World for our past and the Page of Swords for our present time card. Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards with Radley Valentine. And it proves to be a wonderful reading. These are very beautiful cards. We've got a unicorn, a wolf, a lion, and we have in the middle of that we have the page. She's holding a sword, so she's welcomed by her helpers from the other side, and they're supporting her as she walks her path as the Page of Swords. And that's her present. Well, actually, let's talk about the past. We'll talk about the World, because it looks like you are seasoned people. If you're pulling the World card, there's been a major change that's happened to you. Either it's, it could be, a house, a new job, could be just cosmic awareness, maybe, or spiritual people. Recognition for the use of your talents. You're enjoying your freedom. You're feeling on top of the world. You're ready to move on to the next level. Or it's perfection, in the perfect sense of perfection. You've completed your journey on, this is Major Arcana card number 21, and there's 22 cards. So you've happily completed something of great significance. Congratulations on a job well done. You're now ready to move on to something new. Enjoy your feelings of wholeness and completion. Give yourself a huge round of applause and or a pat on the back. Yay, Gemini! You've grown spiritually. You've evolved to a whole new level of an understanding of the universe. You've experienced significant enlightenment, have expanded your consciousness of how to attain joy and contentment. Or it's a great sense of gratitude. You've got the world by the tail. And that is in your past. And knowing you moved from that position to present time, which is the Page of Swords. You're likely to receive information of a delay. The message may come from somebody in a very blunt fashion, but don't kill the messenger. The important thing is the actual message that was given to you, passed on to you. This could just be a youth that is intelligent, honest, and endlessly curious. A person who's analytical with a brilliant mind. And who can reveal the truth behind situations. It could point to somebody who's fair, logic, and impulsive, or and unemotional. Now, it kind of reminds me of in the old days when they put their head down to the railroad tie to sense what was coming. So when the train was coming into the station, they would have to do that. They would put their head to the proverbial railroad tie. It has an 1800s feel to it. That was when the Rider-Waite Tarot deck was published, and so it's kind of got that old-timey feel to it of either gossip, constructive criticism, a legal matter, and or a new challenge that has arisen. And then I asked the Supreme Being to give you some guidance from the other side, and he had me say, looking at this week at forming alliance with like-minded people. Goddess wants you to respect your health, wants you to talk it over to God and talk about maybe slowing down and how that's important, how it's priority. He, she, God, Goddess says to recognize your limitations and or finding bargains. Who doesn't like a good bargain? Right on. Quality time. So like watching a movie, sharing a night out with, friends or support, your partner. Discontinuing rigorous activities. It's kind of like somebody who loved to exercise in a certain way and decides to start swimming instead. Maybe somebody out there is a runner and needs to think about some similar exercise that gets them off their knees or joints. And that sabotages themselves as a result. Want to move out energy? Know you can do it by athletic activities, but not at weakening the body. And I hear that reflexology is good for you, Gemini. And somebody out there needs to hear that. Stop eating butter. I kind of see the formation of gallstones, which is really a very expensive procedure. It doesn't have to be, because I'm not telling everybody to do this, but I won't say it. Go online and figure out if there's alternatives to alleviating pain if you're looking at gallstones. That's all I'm going to say. Also, energy hides in joints. So have your awareness, Gemini, that you need to be careful of your joints. Yes, the things that hold us together. And that you need to be aware that they're made of water. So drink water and or potassium. You need to keep hydrated. Okay, and let me spontaneously ask the Supreme Being if there's anything else to pull this reading together that we haven't talked about. Somebody really needs to prioritize their health. There's a question mark there. You need to make time for healthy activities, healthful, mindful nutrition, and consult dietitian or get a book about good eating practices. Somebody is actually resisting, so hey, it's your life. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, you need to be aware of the joints are made of water, so if like you drink caffeinated beverages, dehydrate. Alcohol, it actually dehydrates, so if you have to put water back in. The more, as each progressive decade, it's less, the potassium uptake isn't what it was when we were in our 20s. That's why 20-year-olds can party like it's 1999 and keep going and party again the next night. And yes, your energy will pick up if you take some of the information into consideration. It does make people more energetic. You naturally have more. We're 90% water as individuals, so we have to hydrate. It's kind of like the runner running a marathon and forgetting about, they don't drink along, the people that are holding out the cups of water that you grab as you run by, but life is the marathon, and if you don't put the liquid back in, water namely, then how exactly are you going to get it? That's all I'm saying about that. And, okay, anything else, Supreme Being? Oh, bananas. Oh, good. Apples, bananas. Oh, you're supposed to 8 cups of water. And if you live in high altitude, you need more. If you live in the high arid dry desert, you need more water than 8 cups. Because you just sweat it away, The body, the skin is the largest organ of our bodies, and that's how we we perspire, and that's, you perspire, and maybe, you know, depending on what activity you're doing, it increases the perspiration. So let somebody who has knowledge of that pass the information on to you, okay? And for reason high altitude, because your heart's working overtime, less oxygen in the air, you need to be hydrated as a result. Oh, and somebody needs to know that sodium takes water out. You need to balance potassium with magnesium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and then copper's in there too, is in the mix. So you have to be aware of the ratios, like, and I forgot about iron. So if you take copper, you need iron. It's zinc, copper, iron. They're symbiotic. They work together, but the ratios, you have to look them up. And I know people take copper if they stutter. See, I need to take some copper. And because copper and the electron chain transport is the last accepts oxygen on the end. Don't worry, that's all good. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was at least entertaining, if nothing else, and I wish you a very blessed and fulfilling week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Loving blessings. Bye-bye.